Hey everyone, on this video I want to give you an update on how my Shopify site has been and just of the different things and programs that I've been using, especially when you get bigger on sales, like if you're selling around 300 to 500 pieces a week or 500 to 1,000 pieces a week, and you need a system in place, especially when you're trying to invoice people and when you're trying to keep track of all the inventory that's coming in. In another video, I will show you behind the scenes and how I separate everything, especially since this business just keeps growing every year. You might have watched some of my videos and how my setup was before. So this is an updated video, and I use Shopify as well. I've been using Shopify for a little bit longer now, and now I'm using it even more with my customers just because we have entered a lot of inventory in, but it has taken a little bit of time with their moving. This video has been it's being created now in July 2019, and we started our store. We created the store before we moved, and then we started working on it around after April, and different things just happened. So it's been taking a little bit, not so much, but it has taken a bit of our time. So if you're a new consultant, I really recommend that if you cannot afford Shopify, or if you cannot afford a Square app, even though it's free, I really recommend getting a spreadsheet with your kit. Even starting with your kit, all of our items have tag numbers on the back, and as soon as you get an item, every item has a name and a number in there, a code, a barcode. So I will really encourage you to put the names in place, and it can even be done on Word document if you don't know how to use Excel. But I will put the item name in there, the color of the item, especially what says in the package. Sometimes it will say black, but it looks really white and black, but it will say black. So stick to what the package says. And then the date that you received it, or the day that you order it, whatever. I recommend the date that you order it because it's easier. And then how many you have of them available. Because if you were to go into another application per se, such as Shopify or Square app or any other system, you have to have the items in there because it will make it so much easier for you, okay? So just really quick, we are going to recap. My website has changed. I have added different things. You can add different apps to your Shopify store. Still $29 a month. I'm doing this video. If you're thinking that I'm getting paid for doing this video, I am not, and I will not take money from Shopify either way. Just to be clear, because my last video, somebody turned me into compliance saying that I was receiving money, which I was not. It was actually pretty much my first video. So anyway, but we're going to keep going. Then we still have the categories. We have added more categories to make it easier and fun for the customers to shop and find things easier. Exclusive items, necklaces. You know, we have put more items in there. Fashion fix, blockbusters, hair accessories. Even though Paparazzi doesn't sell headbands anymore, we still have the hair clips and the little divas section, and of course Facebook Live and all of that. We have also added an opportunity video in here for those who have been asking about joining Paparazzi and all of that. And if you look at our catalog now, it has about close to 700 pieces, and we can sort it by new to old. So all the new inventory that has been added lately are these items right here. We have anklets now just for this summer so far, and things like that. So that's just the store. On the background of the store, there's a lot of things that they offer. You still have your orders, you still have your products in there, just like we talked on the last video. And of course, you have your customers and discounts as well. I still just paid $29 a month. My channels are still the same channels that I had before. So I'm just doing a review of how I've been doing with Shopify. And then one of the things that I have added to make it easier for me, I have a hook to BuyitLive. I have a hook to or sync to Commonsoul and BuyitLive, which are the two different apps that now consultants that are very, very successful with Paparazzi that are selling tons of inventory are using to keep track of their inventory and to make it easier for them to ship items within 24 hours, and so the customer is a little bit happier and you get time to you don't have to invoice people, the system does it for you. The other app that I have in place is in-cart upsell, which means when people are going to my site, they get to see this right here, and I'm trying to upsell the bow before the queen. And so I have that in there. I also have the CEO image optimizer, which is really good because it helps with your CEO and just to make sure that everything is correct, and it keeps track of that. And you can find many other apps in here as well. So I don't know if I did show you, but if you were to just start right now, all you have to do, basically what we've done, items that we could not find the tags of because we took them out of the package before, now we keep all the packages in the same way, just for time. We check them, we still take the first wrap out of the necklaces, and we keep it in just one plastic baggie that comes in it, which in another video I will show you, but we do keep the name in there just so that it's easier to find all the items, but we still check them before mailing them. But this one's right here, we cannot find the name of. So the way that we're trying to find those items, because we have more than ones, all of our onesies per se, all of our individual pieces are going into our trailer, which in another video I will show you very soon this week, so stay tuned and subscribe. But what we're doing is we're going back to all of our orders. So let's just say I open this order right here, and I'm looking for items that have not been entered. So like, for example, I can tell, isn't it so bad that you can remember all of our items that we have in stock? It's so bad. So for example, I see Royal Ramens right here, and I know I have this item in here, but I do not have, I had it in here, so I'm looking for that item so that I don't have to go look for them anymore. And I know that it's in here. It's under the pearls right there. So I see the necklace, and I know that we have it in our white inventory, so I'm gonna go look for it, and I'm gonna enter this into the system. Okay, and we have already entered everything else that we have names of, which are 600 and some pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna take this right here, copy the name, I'm gonna go into products, I'm gonna type it in the search products bar, and as you can see, we do have it saved, but the SKU number is correct and everything is good, and it has the weight. Make sure that you weigh your product so that it's easier whenever you're shipping this out. Okay, the other fun way is that whenever, for example, I'm looking for something in my inventory, which I'll show you in another video too, but if you click, if I type the SKU number in here, for example, some of my newest inventories like new 101, for example, new 101, all those that are in new 101 are right here, and I can find them because of the SKU number, so it's easier for me to know what they are and where they're at. So you can type, the filter can be the color, it can be what item, it can be the name, and it will be able to come up. But basically, when you're entering a product, make sure that it has the description. It's available in my online store. It's available on Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and the buy button. So you can put in all of those items and all of those apps. Make sure you have tags, the price, your SKU number so that you know where it's at, the weight, and then of course United States. And that's basically it. So why are we doing all of this, Andrea? Well, I want to get you prepared, and I want you to start thinking big. Yes, you may start in a spreadsheet right now as you are a new consultant, and maybe you're not selling as much yet, but we want you to think big, that you're going to be selling 200, 300, 400, 500 to 1,000 pieces a week. So then you're going to have to need a system in place. So I recommend that you get all of those items in there and don't have 7 years of accumulation like I had, even though I have sold a lot of my inventory. And basically all I had to look is in between 2018 and 2019 items. But you want to keep track of everything so that people can find it easier and they can shop with you. And then once you get too big, you can change to BuyitLive, which is a free program, and it keeps track of the inventory and everything. Except for your group, people have to register. There's pro and cons about BuyitLive and comments sold. With BuyitLive, you do not get an app. With BuyitLive, you do not get you get a lot of different trials and errors because they're just very, very new. But it's still good. It's zero. You don't have to pay anything to use this app, and people can just shop. I think where they're getting their money at is on growth, which is inviting rewards, and they're coming up with all of these ideas that are so much a month. That's where they're gonna make their money, such as Shop and Text or Shop and Text Pro. That's where they're gonna make their money to pay for this app. With Common Sold, they do have a good system in place, but it's quite expensive. It's $49 a month, and if you have Shopify integration, it's $149 a month. I do have Common Soul and I do have BuyitLive. I have both of them. Right now, I'm using Common Soul a lot on my VIP group to keep track of all of my inventory that I've been posting, and they use it, and it's easier for them to invoice than me spending hours and days trying to invoice people for album sales and picture sales. So, and remember, you got to keep track with your VIP group sales. And so it's $149 a month. The good thing about Common Soul, the cons is that it costs the pro, and then it doesn't integrate to a Square app as in BuyitLive. They do integrate with Square app. But with Common Soul, you do get, once you hit $15,000 in sales, you get an app, which is really pretty awesome to have an app for your store. People are using their phone now, and they're even saying that you can go live from the app even if you are not on Facebook, which is pretty cool. Because let's just say Facebook is down for a little bit, you can still go live in the app, but you have to build your customer base and your sales up to $15,000 a month, and they will give that to you. The other thing that I do like about Common Soul is that people, when they go to my VIP group, they do not have to comment sold in the number. All they have to do is comment sold below the picture, and it will be added into their cart, which is really, really cool. So you have both of them. I love them both. I love them both. With BuyitLive, you have to keep integrating Shopify to it. With Common Soul, it does it for you. It keeps track of for everything. Like, one of the things that I love is the coupons are integrated with Shopify. Customers don't need to sign up, but I've been using Common Soul for now. I believe it's been a week, and we already have, I believe, about 217 customers signed up. So it's pretty awesome. I love it. So I'm looking forward to growing even more. My products are in there, and so I can just click in here and it will post to Facebook. It's really cool. And yes, you do have to create a live selection, but I love it because I can just pick my numbers, which are in order, and just show what I need to show, and it'll be okay. Because you just gotta be prepared before your live, I would say. But it's just up to you. Whatever it is that you use, it's okay as long as you're comfortable with it. Just because elite leaders are doing Common Soul or BuyitLive, doesn't mean that you have to do that. Just because Andrea's using Shopify and you don't have Shopify doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. All of this are extras that will make your life easier as you're getting bigger and bigger in sales, and as you're getting bigger with your team. You need more time for other things, and they just make it a little bit easier for you. If you have a Square app account, I don't use my Square app as much. I only use it for sales that I have in person. But if you were to use that, all you have to do is go to Software Overview, and you will be able to see that you can create your own online store in here for free. So you start your online store for free. They open it up for you, and they're redirecting me because I already, well, you just created. You can do a multi-page site, or you can do a single ordering page. And so we're just going to do a multi-page site. Either way, it's fine. If you want to integrate, for example, join my team or things like that, that's what a multi-page site is for. So I'm going to click next, and then what is it that you sell? I sell physical items. Items shipped to buyer. So you're clicking next, and they're just creating that for you. And then you log in into your Weebly account. I'm going to say no thanks, but you guys, I haven't used this in forever. But one of the things that I was telling my team is that they're going to ask you to upgrade, because nothing is free, like literally, okay? Nothing is free. And so I was telling my team it's going to cost them $8 a month and to connect to a domain, but they will still have Square ads, and they will still have to do all of this. And if they were to go into $18 a month, which is for groups and organizations, they do get a free domain. It's $18 a month, which is still good, and then they have a transaction fee. But see, if they pick this one, which is $35 a month, they get unlimited everything, which is nice. And also, if you're looking into this, it's 0% transaction fee. So that's nice, it's 0%, but you're paying $35 a month. Again, with Shopify, it's $29 a month. Square and Weebly, it's $35 a month, and of course, you just have to choose what's for you, okay? And then if you have other systems, I'm sure that there's more systems, but these are the ones that I've been teaching my team, and I've been teaching other people, and I'm just showing you what works for me. That's all I'm always going to do. I'm always going to tell you what works for me, and if it doesn't work later, I will also let you know. So I hope that this video has been helpful and a little give you a little bit of an update on how Shopify has been for me, and about cons and pros about BuyitLive and Common Soul, and about the Square app as well. Don't forget, with Shopify, you can also tweet, and you can pin it, and you can share it onto Facebook as well. I usually do this too. I don't share it on Facebook. I do share it through ManyChat or through my business page, not my personal page. The other thing with Common Soul is that in case ManyChat goes bad, they do have a solution to message people, letting them know that they can come shop. So you can send messages through your messenger to your customers. And also the other thing that I love is the wait list. So you can start taking pre-orders without having to take money yet until inventory is logged in into your site. So I do love that. So anyway, all right. So if you have any questions or any comments, I cannot wait to do the video where I'll be showing you behind the scenes and how I keep track of everything. So stay tuned. It'll be done this week. So make sure that you subscribe, and we will see you guys later.